We are back again for another fun-filled episode on the Main Street Randyland YouTube channel. Hooray! Well, we are back over here at Randyland, and we were rummaging through some stuff, and you know, you try to get things done. We had a certain plan. We wanted to do something as a special surprise for some people who had their heart set on something, but we had a little setback, so we're going to hold off on that. And we were figuring, well, what else can we shoot? And we're looking around, and right away you see things because there's always things to see. So I just came down the stairs, and we were looking up there, and, you know, he was like, well, what is that up there? Well, that's a stamp machine. You know, do people even mail letters anymore? I mail letters. As a matter of fact, I just came back from the post office before I came over to do this video shoot. And in my mailbox was, of course, your proverbial bills and some packages of stuff that I ordered with parts that I don't even know what it is because I ordered them months ago and it takes forever to come. But I also had a notice from the post office to pay for my post office box. So you see, it's fun to go to the post office. So they said, do you want to pay for 6 months or a year? Well, I usually pay for the year. So I figured, I'll pay for the year. Do you know what it costs for the post office box? I have a little tiny post office box, smallest you can get, just for letters. $200 for 1 year of that post office box. And it blew me away. And I said to them, I says, wow. I says, did that go up? And they looked at me and they were like, yeah, it's gone up every year. And this is the reality of the world. Everything goes up, except the games that I run, because they stay the same year after year after year. Don't even get me started. You know, we were talking about this I was someplace else and something came up and I said, they were talking about inflation, and I says, I'm still running skee ball for a quarter, like they did in 1980. And pinballs, they're either a quarter or 50 cents. I have one that I run on $1, but all the others are mostly 50 cents. They did that in locations in the mid-'80s. So every time something goes up, nothing goes up on my business. That's the problem. The only thing that goes up are the bills. But now I'm going to go up because I'm going to move this ladder. Doing my penguin imitation. Uh-oh, I don't want to nick this here. Boy, you see, this is how you get involved with stuff. You try to move something, and you got to move something else. We'll roll this out over here. Walt Disney World, 20 years. Wow, isn't that a beautiful? That is wood with the mirror on it and hand painted, and this has got to be 4 feet high, and that's from one of their parade floats. They already celebrated 50 years, so that sign is at least 30 plus years old. Here is the postage stamp machine. You're gonna make me drag this down? Oh my God, I don't know if I can twist like that. I'll try. Do the twist, man. Twist, twist, twist. Yes, they're not light. Gotta drag down our postage stamp machine. I probably made a big mess in there with all the things moving around. Oh, my Lord. Well. Can't be that old. Look, 20-cent stamps. See that? But you paid a quarter for it. Here's a 32-cent stamp, but you paid 50 cents. That's fair. Well, you're paying for the service is what you're paying. So the profit that the man was making was he made a nickel by selling you a 20-cent stamp, and he made 18 cents by selling you a 32-cent stamp. I think that's pretty good. What was this, the collector's stamp? 12 years old. I guess he had old stock. So you put your coins in up top, because that would be a coin return. So you put your coins on top, and then you would pull down your lever, and the stamp would come out of this slot here, would push it out. So let's see what kind of mess I made in there, because everything was moving around. Better lay it down because I know it's going to go flying out. Well, they have weights. That's what was making all the noise. So it's not too bad. Let's stand it up. This is the money tray. And these are weights that they put on top of the stamps that would press the row of the stamps down so that they would push out. And this is a little bit bent there. These would be adjusted so that it would make out only one would push out at a time. And you would push these handles in, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, no, look, you pull them down. Without coins, it's not going to go all the way down. But then it would push out the stamp from underneath there and push it out the slot. So some poor soul would have to come and load up the stamps and put one of the weights in the top like that, so it would press down the stamps, and the money would fall down into this tray on the bottom, and he would collect his money. See? Now, everyone should have at least one postage stamp machine. I mean, life is not complete without your postage stamp machine. And I like this one in particular because it's the old blue on the bottom, red on the top, the way mailboxes used to be. It was made to look like a mailbox. See how it's round on the top? They actually had mailboxes, kids, on the street. You would go over to a mailbox and open and put your letter in there, and you would actually trust that that letter would get picked up by the mailman and taken and delivered to... People trusted these things back then. Can you imagine today putting your mail in just a box on the street? Like, they would steal the whole box. But back then, they had postage stamp machines. You found these in hotels, gift stores, drug stores. It was a convenience, so you didn't have to go to the post office for your postage stamps. So this is always a lot of fun. But I bet there's another one up there because I never buy anything in one. Oh, you see this frame? Now, see, I remember. The frame is broken here. See that? That red should go all the way around. But I got a new stock frame. I was able to get one. I just didn't put it on. And God knows where it is. There's another one. And this one is all blue. Doesn't have as many selections either. See that? Too heavy to move. I'll leave it there. Well, I picked this one up. This is not from Disney World, but I picked it up because they had these on the lamp posts at Disney in Main Street. Can you see this? This is like cast iron. See on the side it says U.S. Mail? I'll have to sandblast this and paint it, but you would pull the flap down, stick your letters in, and flop it. It would go down into the mailbox. And they used to actually allow people to mail letters at Walt Disney World. They had actual mailboxes that were postal authority mailboxes on Main Street at Walt Disney World. I don't think they do that anymore. I don't remember seeing one. But suppose you wanted to mail a letter and you weren't on Main Street. Suppose you were over at Adventureland. Here you have the special Disney-made mailbox. You open the flap. You drop your letters in there. There's your old Disney D in your mailbox and your pin striping on the side. Isn't that great? Oh, I found that other screw. We were looking for that. So this is very coveted. I only saw one of those available since I got that one. And it was a collector thing. You know, it wasn't cheap, believe me. It should have gone for way more money than it did. But that's what it was. I'm putting this screw back over here so we know where it was. And I ain't telling you what it goes to. It's a secret. So, with that happy note, as we talk about stuff and mailing letters, it's the end of another episode from the Main Street Randyland YouTube channel. I hope by now you've pressed subscribe and the alert button, so that little bell, so it lets you know when the next episode comes out. We'll see you next time. Bye, guys.